Hello artists. This week I have got a fun one for you. So this week happens to fall on May the 4th, and some of you may know that's a fun little day with a reference to Star Wars. So today we're going to be making a Baby Yoda. Okay, now you'll notice the Baby Yoda has a pop-up feature so he can talk. Or I guess he just makes little noises, but if you want yours to be the regular Yoda, you can do that as well. You'll notice I have my Yoda green on too. So what you're gonna need is a piece of paper. I would recommend a thicker piece of paper if you have one. If you think back to when we did those hot air balloons that popped up, the thicker the paper, the easier it is to do the pop-up feature. Okay, so again, thicker paper. This is one I did on regular computer paper. Again, it works. It's just a little harder to get the fold right. Okay, so we've got that. You'll need something to color with. I'm gonna be using crayons, and then I got out my little broken crayons for the background. Okay, you may want to use something different. You may have some cool star stickers you want to use, or you may want to use some markers. That's up to you. Last thing I'm gonna need is my black Sharpie or a pencil, because remember, you can always go back in and trace it later. Okay, so I'm gonna slide this guy over. There we go. Okay, first thing, you want to fold your paper in half. Notice it's long and horizontal, but I'm gonna fold it in half. Knead up those two corners. Just like that, okay? So I have the open part here, and I have the fold here. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to go right to the middle, and again, I'm on the fold, be sure you're on that, and I'm gonna make a dot, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put two fingers down, I'm gonna make another dot, there we go. Okay, now with my scissors, which I forgot to mention, you're gonna need scissors today, so if you need to pause the video and go grab some and come back, okay? So what you'll do is you're gonna come over and cut to that spot, okay? Now, you're gonna take it and you're gonna fold it back. And what shape am I making? You see? I'm making a triangle. I'm gonna do the same thing up here. So again, I'm on the fold, I've cut that line, I've folded it back to make what shape? Yes, a triangle. So I'm gonna do it one more time, fold it up. There you go, and crease it really good. So now I have two triangles. Now what I'm doing is I'm making the part for his pop-up mouth. Okay, so I've got that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it, and I need to fold it the other way. Again, this is very similar to when we did our hot air balloon in January. Okay, so fold that up, crease it down, and I'm gonna do it two more times just to get it a little bit stronger. So there's one. Let's do it one last time. There we go. Oh, let me go back. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I need to go down, and I'm going to give him a little cup to hold, because if any of you have seen Baby Yoda, he has this little cup. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna draw two lines right here, okay? So let's see, I'm gonna start one here, and it'll be about 2 fingers apart, and right there, okay? So I'm gonna cut that. Again, so I've got the mouth, and now I'm making the cup. And one more time before you cut, be sure you're on the fold. One, two. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing we did a while ago. We're gonna fold back the line, fold it back over here. Again, we're just making that crease stronger, which is gonna help it pop up better. One more time. There we go. Okay, now I'm going, first let me put the lid on marker. Oops. Now I'm gonna open it up very carefully, especially if you're using thinner paper. You wanna do this part slowly. And I'm gonna start to fix these little pieces. So there's one part, and two, And carefully fold that over. Get that little crease in there. Okay, now I gotta do the cup. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that through. Same thing, do this part very slowly. And then I'm just kind of going over it one more time, getting those creases even stronger. And I'm opening it back up. There we go. So far, even before I have any drawing done, you can see how he has his mouth and he has this little cup. Okay, so now I'm gonna open it back up and I'm done with the scissors. I'm gonna grab my Sharpie again. Remember, if you wanna use a pencil first, that is totally fine. Okay, now at the top, right here, I'm gonna draw an oval. This is gonna be Baby Yoda's nose. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna come over, and one of the things that makes Baby Yoda so cute are his big eyes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come right here. I'm gonna draw a curve that's long. I'm gonna do it one more time over here. Again, you know I like to go back and forth, so that way I know they're the same shape, same size, same place on both sides. Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to add a curve for the top of the eye. 1 and 2. Now let's keep going on the eye. I want it to, again, be super cute, so I'm going to give it a little highlight. I'm going to draw an oval with a little oval, and you might do yours different. If you want to draw the pupil, you could, which is the black part with the color on it, and you might want to have him looking over to the side. That's up to you. Okay, a little detail there. Let's do it again. But adding that highlight is part of what makes him so cute. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to move up a little bit, and I'm going to give him his eyebrow. Okay, so 1, 2. There we go. Next, I'm going to give him the top of the head, and I'm going to connect these two at the top. You ready? Just like that. Very good, very good. Okay, now, before I move out, I need to make the rest of his head. So I'm going to move down, because his chin's going to be about right here. This is the bottom of his mouth, and that's his cup. His chin's going to be right in between those. So I'm going to connect this with a nice curve line. Okay, if you want to do it with your finger first, that will help. And remember, if I'm ever going too fast, or if you need to see something again, pause the video, rewind it, whatever you need to. There we go. Okay, so far he's got his mouth, his nose, his eyes, eyebrows. I'm going to give him rosy cheeks so he looks a little bit more cartoony. Give him some little texture here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add his ears. Now, his ear is a nice wavy line at the top. If it's easier for you to make the dot and connect it, then do that as well, okay? Let's see, I'm gonna go this way. And then I'm gonna add the bottom with the curve. And then let's do it again. You ready? There we go. Okay, now they kind of flop over, so I'm gonna add that little detail. Okay, so far we've got his head done. Okay, now I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna draw just 2 little lines. 1, 2. There we go, for his shoulders. And I'm gonna scoot on down here, back down to this fold, and I'm gonna add the hand. So I've got his fingers. Ready to do it again? And again, I'm right on that cup with the little bumpy line. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a J. Okay, so watch me do it and look for that J. You ready? Just like that. Can you visualize the J? And now I'm going to do a backwards J. So this is where his cloak, the sleeves kind of hang open a little bit. Now I'm going to connect it. So he's got an arm. And this time I'm going to take it and I'm going to go around. Okay, so one more time. You ready? Connect it around. I'm gonna add where it kind of closes there. If you want to outline your cup, you can, but you don't have to. That's up to you. Now, before we get ready to add any color, think about what you would like to put in the background. Are there any details you would like to add? On mine, I chose kind of like galaxy-like cool colors. I've got some purple and blue in there. You may decide you want to do yours black with stars and different planets. You could even add some fun little Easter eggs. You could have the little Millennial Falcon up here. Really have fun with this one, okay, guys? I really look forward to seeing your work. When you're finished, please be sure to submit the exit ticket. And again, add your artwork if you'd like to. Okay? May the 4th be with you.